Today we're talking about reverse dieting. I used to keep people pretty strict after a show, and I would do very methodical increases, 200 calories the first week, another 200 the second week. What happened was people, they wanted to get back to life, right? They wanted to have meals out with their family. They wanted to have a little fun food. And I just don't think it was realistic for 95% of the people to stay on a low calorie plan. So I kind of scratched that. Some things sound great on paper, but they don't work in real life. And that's why sometimes I wonder, and I've done this myself, if some of the people giving advice for reverse diets, if they've actually ever competed or had people compete, because what you can actually pull off in real life is sometimes different. That being said, I'm a little more aggressive now with how many calories I put back in. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. When you are dieted down and you compete, your body fat levels are really low. Your joints typically have fat around them. The fat is low, so you're susceptible to injury. So I'm a little bit more aggressive now with how many calories I put back in, because if you gain fat a little quicker, so what? You're in a better state to train. Your joints are more protected, you're more fueled up. The other thing is, even if you bring your calories back up a little, you're still probably going to be starving. When I did the Arnold Classic last year, I was down 2,400 calories, and I'm not going to lie, I was miserable. I felt awful. If I would have went up to 27 or 2,800 calories after the show, I still would have been miserable. I want people to not only put themselves in a better state physically for their joints, I want them to be in a better state mentally. I want them to feel better. I don't want them starving. The show's over. Even if you don't do a contest, sometimes you just diet for a certain event. It might be a wedding, it might be for the summer. The reality still is, if you just had a couple hundred calories, you're still going to probably feel pretty miserable if you've dieted down really hard and got really lean. Say for men, it's usually going to be 1,000 calories. Obviously, it depends on the size of the guy. But if you have a guy down to 2,500, I might pop him right back up to 3,500. And then for women, 500. So if they were down to 1,200 calories, I might pop them back up to 1,700. Or if they were down to 1,500, I might put them right back to 2,000. That's a little bit more aggressive than what most people do. I don't care if they gain fat back a little faster. All that matters is when you get to the body fat that you're comfortable at, that you don't want to go any higher, then you pull back if you need to. For guys, I don't like them to really get any more than, say, 10% body fat. For women, 18%, maybe 16, maybe 20, kind of in that ballpark. So whether you get there in 2 weeks or 6 weeks, it doesn't matter to me. I'd rather see you get there sooner if it means you're going to feel better